Hi everyone, it's Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com here in Lewis Beach, Delaware. Welcome to our Tyros Song of the Week and Buttons class. This week's song, Runaround Sue, is going to be a little bit of a challenge because it is 5 pages long. It really took me a lot of work to get this together. You guys that have the 5-book bundle, all your instructions will be right there for you. On the chord changes that I sent you and all that stuff. We're going to take an extra look at the music though here in a minute so you can see exactly what we're doing. I've eliminated a lot of playing, and this is going to be pretty cool when you see what I did by eliminating a bunch of lines that you don't have to play by using your intro button. We're going to get to that in just a second. One of the things, we've had a lot of requests for the new Decade Series books. It's 20s through the 80s. We've got a special 5-book bundle from the 20s through the 60s. There is the 70s and 80s book. You can also click on the book itself to see what songs are in there. And we can mix match. Now we can only get out 5 books in one box. So if you wanted to switch out a 20s or a 30s for a 70s or an 80s, anything you want to do there, you can do. I am going to be using a lot of music and offering a 5-book bundle on that as well from now going forward. Now, anyone who buys that 5-book bundle, the new Decade Series, I'm putting a special free memory stick in there with my favorite registrations and my favorite big band registrations, and there's also some settings for the songs that we're doing here. So while you don't get my whole full-blown memory stick, it's a great stick to have, and that's going to be free for ordering, and of course it's free shipping and tax free. So let's take a look at the music here and start this little confusing mess now that we're going to do on Runaround Sue. Okay, so right up at the top, R&B, 50s rock and roll, lower the tempo to 145. You can go a little bit below 145. Right here, it says press intro 2, make sure your sync start is off, and you press your variation A button. Now that's going to be very, very important. Now I'm going to show you how this is going to work, don't worry, so just follow along with me here. Right here on the music, and this is for you guys who don't have the 5-book bundle, press sync start here. You're going to play your C chord, and intro 2 variation A should already be on because you did it up top. And it also says don't play any of the following chords while that intro 2 is playing. So basically intro 2 is going to take care of playing all the way from here, all the way through down to here. Yes, you can play the right hand notes over top if you want, but don't play the chords. Now, right here is where you're going to start to play the song. And it says, start playing here, variation A, first time through. Once again, I'm going to play this for you so you'll get it. Now you play it through once, which is through here, down here, and right here it tells you to hit variation B, and you want to go back, start here on variation B the second time through, right down to there. Now right here it says press intro 2, don't play chords again while the intro is playing, and that's going to take care of playing all the rest of these lines here. Now you can play right hand notes over top if you want to do that. So that's the first 3 pages. Now I'm going to show you page 4 and 5 now, and I'm going to do a slow motion of this for you in this video so you really do understand it. Alright, so here is page 4 and 5. Chords are up there. You're going to play all this and play the chords, and then right here you're going to hit variation D, and you're going to continue playing through here all the way up. Right here you're going to hit intro 2 again, and don't play chords after this, just the C chord. That's going to play all the way down to the end, until you hit your C chord and use ending 3. So let's get a slow motion of this right now so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so I'm using all 4 variations. I have put different sounds in my one-touch settings. I'll get into that a little bit later in the video after I get done walking you through how to read this music and what to do. So if you remember, I didn't want the sync start on. I'm going to hit my music finder and just put on Runaround Sue, because that's stored in my music finder. And basically what I'm going to do is turn my sync start off right now. Okay, if this is flashing, you can just hit it and it'll stop flashing and put your intro back on, but then it flashes again, so don't worry about it. Just have your sync start off, because then you're going to get just the chord and the bass note. Now you're going to play your own intro. Now I'm a little low on the volume so I can talk. Press sync start. Intro 2's already there. Strike that key C chord. Right here. So you're getting that part of the song. Now, when I get here to variation B, with what I was just doing, here's your intro button again, C. Playing all these lines. Ready? C. Anyway, now we go out to the last page of the song, and I'll put that music up here so you can see it. Intro 2 again, and that's playing all these lines. Alright, now so you can see what I did there throughout the music. We'll get back to this in just a few minutes, but you can see the movements that I did there and the reasoning for doing what I did. Now you can play over top of with your right hand after you press intro 2 in every place, regardless of what page it's on. You can play over top of that to keep your right hand busy if you want to. And I'll do a little bit of that in the final version of it. Okay, so let's talk about what I did in OTS. I put my concert grand piano in number 1. So I just hit my concert grand here, and then I hit memory and 1 to store that in there. I also put my solid clean guitar in there. That is a single coil clean on page 4. So I have my piano and my guitar. So that's what's in 1 and 2. In number 3, I used their original setting, in there. But what I did was, if you're hearing it a little more lively right now, is I hit my balance button and I took the right 1 and right 2 up to 115. And of course, like I always do, I can hit that woodwind button and go into voice set, and that's where I always click over to sound and EQ and put my reverb depth up to 38. And I did the same thing on 4. I used their original setting in 4 and did the same thing. My balance there, though, is only 103 and 102, 103, 102, because that was a little louder and I didn't want it to be overbearing. And then, of course, I went up and hit the sound button there, went into voice set and raised the reverb depth to 38 again. And of course you're hitting memory and store, memory, store to restore them. So I have all my lively sounds in one touch setting, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I play chords in the right hand when I'm doing the first part of the song, which we're actually doing our own intro, but you can play single note, it'll still sound great. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. It's going to be a little struggle for you to get that. I wanted to put all the chords in and keep the music the way it was originally intended. I mean, we could crop and do some things there if you wanted it to play it my way. I didn't know whether you did or not, so, you know, I kept everything in there. Keep in mind, this song came out of the New Decade series 60s book, which is really great. I'm waiting for a big batch of those to come in. And it was fun to do. So we hope you enjoyed, I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson, and you really got to see how you can use your buttons on the Tyros to make you sound great. So I know it's a challenge, but I hope you enjoyed giving this a whirl. And until next week, this is Mike Mixon from Keyboardamerica.com saying have a great day, keep playing, and see you next week.